Climate change corresponds to a lasting climate modification at the planetary level. This phenomenon is due to greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, which are released into the atmosphere during the combustion of fossil fuels such as coal, oil and gas, as well as the land use, for example, deforestation of tropical forests. Natural greenhouse gases guarantee a temperature suitable for the life on Earth, unlike the man-made gases, which cause a solid increase in heat. They prevent heat from leaving the atmosphere of Earth into space, and they redirect it back to Earth.
Since industrialization, the atmosphere's composition has changed significantly due to greenhouse gas emissions. According to the report of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, global carbon dioxide emissions have increased by almost 50% since 1990. Between 2000 and 2010, emissions grew faster than in the previous 3 decades. Considering current concentrations and ongoing greenhouse gas emissions, the global surface temperature of the globe is likely to increase by an additional 1 to 5 degrees Celsius by the end of the 21st century. In general, 2020 was among the 3 warmest years for the globe during the period of instrumental observations.
Climate change alters the Earth's thermal balance and has many consequences for humans and the environment. The distinction is made between the direct and indirect consequences.
In Kazakhstan, global climate change factors manifest themselves with their peculiarities. Due to its vast desert territories, without access to the world ocean and low degree of forest cover and low and uneven water availability, as long-term observations of Kazgidromet states, the average annual increase in air temperature in Kazakhstan is 1.34 degrees Celsius every 10 years. However, on average, temperature in Kazakhstan in 2020 was 1.92 degrees, higher than the climatic norm of 1961 and 90s. And this is the first value of a ranked series of the warmest years for the period of 1942 and 2020.
To combat climate change, countries have agreed under the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change to stabilize concentrations of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere at a level that prevents dangerous interference with the climate system. Another legally binding international treaty on climate change is the Paris Agreement, which aims to keep the global temperature increase below 2 degrees Celsius compared to the pre-industrial levels.
Kazakhstan has adopted the strategy Kazakhstan 2050 to address sustainable development and environmental problems. The Department of Natural Resources plans with Kazgidromet to monitor air quality and increase the number of ground stations at least for 20 and put a post every 1.5 kilometers. At the main industrial polluting enterprises, it is also proposed to install sensors for transmitting data online to the server and regulators authority.
There are many crucial actions possible to tackle the impacts of climate change, such as renewable energies, sustainable transport, prevention of air pollution, waste management and recycling, preservation of the seas and oceans, circular economy.
Climate change is one of the biggest threats of the 21st century. The impacts of climate change and the large-scale environmental events are intensifying and increasing pressure on economies and livelihoods. Therefore, the 13th Sustainable Development Goal is focused on increasing resilience and the ability to adapt to a dangerous climatic phenomena, education, and the dissemination of information on mitigating the effects of climate change, as well as on fulfilling the commitments made by developed countries to reduce the greenhouse gases. Therefore, we believe that we can make a global change by changing our city.